Nico Mannion is referred to as the Red Mamba. But where did this guy and where did this story come from? So what's good, y'all? It's Matt LBG. The LBG stands for Let's Be Great. And we are back with another story video. If you are new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, leave a like for more, and without further ado, let's get into the video, man. Nico Mannion was one of the top players in high school basketball, and he's looking like he's going to be a lottery pick in the NBA draft. And most people don't even know this guy's name. They just refer to him as the Red Mamba. And as you can see and as you can guess, he has red hair, so that's part of it. But there's also another reason people call this guy the Red Mamba. And to get into that reason, we gotta throw it all the way back to where things started. When Nico was born, his father was actually currently playing professional basketball. But right after he was born, his father retired from basketball completely. And his dad was playing overseas, so they wound up moving back to America. And they wound up moving to no other than Salt Lake City. But after staying in Salt Lake City for a very short amount of time, they wound up moving to Scottsdale, Arizona. And this is where Nico grew up and played most of his childhood basketball. And ever since an early age, he showed that he had raw talent. With his father being a very good basketball player, his mother was also a very good volleyball player. And if y'all do not know, Stephen Curry's dad was a basketball player and his mom was a volleyball player as well. So I guess you could say a basketball father and a volleyball mom, that's a really good combination for a good kid. With that being said, Nico made it very clear that basketball was his true love. And when Nico was 9, he had a very unexpected meeting with an all-time legend. And you already probably know where I'm about to go with this. On this night, the Lakers were playing in Salt Lake City to battle the Jazz for a spot in the Western Conference Finals. And this game was a very rough one and a very important one for Kobe Bryant. However, he still took time out of his day to have a chat with Nico Mannion. And after shaking Kobe Bryant's hand, Nico shut down all other questions about what he wanted to do in life. He knew it was basketball. Oh yeah, and also after that night, he became a Lakers fan. Even though Nico only had about a 3 or 4 minute conversation with the legend Kobe Bryant, it completely changed his life. After that short talk with Kobe Bryant, he knew he had to give basketball everything he had. And the pathway that Kobe and Nico are taking to get to the NBA are kind of similar. If you did not know, there was a time where Kobe Bryant did play his high school basketball in Italy. And at the same age, Nico found himself making a debut for the senior Italy team as part of the FIBA Basketball World Cup qualifiers. So these guys were just teenagers and were playing in really meaningful games. Oh yeah, and in the FIBA Under 16 European Championship, Nico averaged nearly 20 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists per game. That's remarkable. And to go with those 20 points per game, he had a crazy game against Russia where he had 42 points in only 28 minutes of playing. And after putting up those huge numbers, anyone that had doubt in this guy, their doubt was completely gone. Everyone left with a great impression on this guy. And when Nico was in high school, he didn't disappoint. He still put up great numbers. When he was only a freshman playing varsity, he averaged 20 points per game. And he did more than just score. He also averaged nearly 5 assists and 5 rebounds per game. So he was showing that not only can he put the ball in the basket, but he can do other things as well. And me personally, just watching this guy, he's an underrated passer. This guy, he can pass the rock. And going into his junior year in high school, he had big expectations too. And there's not much to say about it because he really didn't disappoint. He wound up averaging about 24 points per game and bumped up his assists to about 6. But going from a sophomore to a junior, he made a huge leap in his performance. He wound up averaging about 30 points per game and 6 assists and 6 rebounds. You can just really tell that this guy improved a lot over one summer. And with almost every school in the country wanting this guy, he wound up signing with no other than Arizona. And it makes sense because that's his hometown, and quite frankly, Arizona is a pretty good basketball school. And currently at Arizona, he's only played in 12 games, but he started all 12 games, and let me just tell you, this guy is balling out. In those 12 games, he's shooting 43% from the field and over 36% from deep. And with just being a freshman, that's outstanding. Oh yeah, and we can't forget about his passing. He's averaging 6.5 assists per game. But one thing I would like to see this guy clean up is his turnovers per game. He's averaging almost 2.5 each and every night. But he's a freshman, so he's going to make mistakes, so I'm not too worried about that. And so far in his freshman season, he's averaging 14.3 points per game, and that is great. He's playing in a very tough conference, and with just being a freshman, I think he's handling it very well. A lot of players in high school, when they're regarded as these top players and they go into college, they sometimes disappoint us or don't meet our expectations. And the Red Mamba had very big expectations on him, and let me just say, he's meeting those expectations. Unless something crazy happens, this guy's going to be a one and done and go to the NBA draft and probably be a lottery pick. I can only see this guy's game improving because he's just going to get more comfortable as the year goes on. So if I was you, I would definitely keep my eye out for Nico Mannion. But hey man, with all this being said, that's about going to wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned something. If you are new to my channel, what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button and leave a like for more. 1, 4, 3. Let's be great. I'm out, y'all. Peace.